Good morning, ladies. I hope you are all doing well. Today, we want to talk about submissiveness in marriage. Generally, submissiveness is being means to conform to the authority or will of others. You must be humble and engaging in a positive dialogue. That means if somebody is in authority, you need to obey the person. Every lay down process or procedures or lay down rules and regulations, you should obey. It means what you are conforming to the authority or the will of others. And you must always do that in humility and engage in what a positive dialogue. That is what submissiveness means. But if we come to marriage, in marriage, submissiveness is whereby a wife voluntarily acknowledges her husband's leadership responsibilities under God and puts herself under the authority of her husband. As we all know that Christ has made our husbands the head of the family. And in order for us to help our husbands to fulfill that leadership responsibility, we need to put ourselves under the authority of our husbands. In Ephesians chapter 5 verse 22, it says, wives should submit to our own husbands as to the Lord. It means that the way and manner that we submit ourselves to the Lord, that is the same way that we need to submit ourselves to the authority of what? Our husbands. Mind you, people will say that if I become submissive, it means my husband is turning me into a slave. If I become submissive, it means I'm a fool. If I become submissive, it means I don't even know what I want in life. No. It is one of the commandments of God, and we need to fulfill that. It's a biblical commandment, and as Christians, we need to fulfill that. No matter your reputation, no matter your status, no matter your physical appearance, no matter whatever is surrounding you, you need to be submissive to your husband. But we always have to bear in mind that we have to be submissive with respect and reasoning. You have to be submissive with respect and reasoning. Reasoning because the fact that God has asked us to be submissive doesn't mean that if I come back from work and my husband pours hot water on me, I would have to stay home, don't go to the hospital, don't go anywhere to maybe our church elders or family members to say anything, but I should endure because God says I have to be submissive. No. That is why I said you have to be submissive with respect and reasoning, so that your husbands do not take you for granted. How do we become submissive? Okay. We become submissive by not arguing with our husbands. Don't try to prove your point just to be right. After all, when you are right, what comes next? If you have a heated argument with your husband and you are right, you prove a point to be right, what do you gain? Do you win a medal? Do you win a gold medal? Are you awarded any prize? No. We always have to listen. We should just listen to them. Pray over whatever they said. And if we have to respond, we have to respond lovingly. Okay, so there's a problem in the house, and your husband starts talking. You just sit back and say, I'm listening. We all know that if you are listening to someone, you have to make eye contact. If you are listening to someone, you don't let the television draw your attention. If you are listening to someone, you don't chat on phone. If you are listening to someone, you don't show any rude gestures. You don't chuckle, you don't roll your eyes, you don't do all sorts of bad manners. If you want to listen to your husband, you do it attentively. You have to give him your full attention, not a divided attention, but what a full attention, so that your husband will know that, okay, my wife is listening to me. Even if what he is saying does not make sense to you, please don't react in a bad manner. Just listen to him. Sometimes when they are so angry and you keep quiet and listen to them, for them to vent out their anger, after saying whatever they want to say, they become so calm and sober. But in those heated moments, if he says something and you exchange, you say something and you talk back, then it makes him more angry. But if you just keep quiet and listen to him, as a submissive wife, for him to say whatever he has to, pour out his heart to you, afterwards, if you think there is a need for you to respond lovingly. If you think that, oh, I can let it go, or there's no need for me to respond now, I can do it at a later date, I'll just want to go and sleep over it and pray over it before I trash out issues with him. That is the best way to do. How do we become submissive? We've talked about one. The second one is we should support him and give him counsel. We support him and give him counsel. The husband comes home and he wants to open a factory. He told you everything about that factory, but you know that he is going for a loan, and the loan that he is going for, you will not be able to repay. The profit that you will get from that factory will not be able to repay the loan that you have acquired. You have to give him what? Wise counsel. Don't say that, oh, okay, don't be like other people who say that, oh, okay, go for it. Okay, I also want to be called a CEO's wife. I also want to be a board member of a company. So if my husband opens a company, definitely I'll become a board member, or they'll call me, hey, CEO's wife is coming. That's respect that I'll be accorded. For that matter, I'll agree to it. I wouldn't even look at the bad side. No. As a good wife, as a submissive wife, you need to counsel your husband. You need to support him. But in supporting him, don't support him to do the wrong thing, but support him to do the right thing. That is what a submissive wife needs to do. When he brings a good suggestion, don't say that, because he is not even educated, you want me to listen to what you are saying. We won't support him. This illiterate, I should support this illiterate. I should support this poor husband. Me? No, I'm not going to support him. He's an illiterate. What good can come out of him? I won't support him. No, you don't have to do that. Some people are comfortable where they are. That's how they were brought up. Some men are comfortable where they are, although they have the potential, but they are just comfortable where they are. They think, oh, okay, I've earned a first degree, I'm okay, I don't even need to further. Oh, I have a company, and I have about 5 staff. I think it's okay. I don't need to expand my company, even if the resources are available. What do you have to do as a submissive wife? You need to give him good counsel, wise counsel. Let him know the benefits of expanding that company. That is how a good and submissive wife should behave. You need to serve him first. I know some people will be laughing. Me, my bro, kitchen, I should serve who first? I should serve my husband first. Yes, you need to serve your husband first. You need to make him feel important in the family. You need to demonstrate to him and the children that indeed he is the head of the family. And it's also a sign of respect. When you are done with breakfast, lunch, or dinner, make sure you serve him first. Make sure you serve him first. It will let the kids know that this is the head of the family. That is why mom is giving him that respect. And our kids will learn from it, especially our daughters will learn from it. Let me set the head of the family first. You know that God says they are they are our lords. Our husbands are our lords. That's why some of the Orthodox churches would want us to call them by Mira or my Lord. That is how they would want us to address our husbands, because they are the lords in our homes. Christ is the Lord in the church, but when we come to the homes, our husbands are the lords in our homes. So we need to give them that respect. Let us demonstrate to them that indeed they are the head of the family. It doesn't matter whether you provided the food. It doesn't matter that whether you provide the bills, you foot all the bills in the house. It doesn't matter whether you provide the upkeeping money. You need to let him know that he is the head of the family. Just serve him first. It doesn't take anything away from you, but rather it makes him feel special. When he is going anywhere, he feels so important. He feels that, he feels on top of the world. I'm a king in my house. You are not helping him to be bossy, no. You are not helping him to be abusive, no. But you are just helping him to feel special. And when you feel special, it makes you feel good. It makes you healthy. It makes you, when you are happy, it even boosts your immune system. So it is good to always serve them first. We need to make our homes a joyous and peaceful home. Somebody will say that peaceful home, it doesn't come from only me, the wife. My husband too has to play a part. Yes, he has to play a part. But I always say this: do what is expected of you. Don't let somebody's bad thing bring out the worst in you. No, do what is expected of you. Always do what is expected of you. If you do what is expected of you, it means what you are walking an upright life in the sight of God. We don't do anything to please men. We do everything to please God. So don't say that, hey, I should do what? Me, I can't do it. I can't make my home a joyous. Why am I a comedian? Can I? I can't. I can't make the home a peaceful home. Me, if my husband does something, I will say it. I will always nag. I won't stop. No, you're not being submissive. A submissive wife does not nag. A submissive wife makes the home comfortable for his husband. Your husband will come home and come and meet a messy home, a messy living room, a messy bedroom, messy washrooms. Your husband comes back from work and come and meet the kids 10 o'clock p.m. still watching cartoons. Is that are you a submissive wife? No, you don't have to do that. As a submissive wife, you need to put things in order. Tidy up your homes before your husband comes back. Dress well, look good. Always look good for them. Let them feel that, indeed my wife is attractive. Remember that he went to work. You also went to work, fair enough. But maybe he had a very stressful day. His life was so messed up. His day was so messed up at work. And he wants to come home, to come and find a peaceful home. He comes home and there's so much trouble. He will go out. It means you are not being submissive. I am not saying that if your husband wants to be abusive, say that, God says we should be submissive, so let me stay in it. No. I'm not saying that even if you try your best to make the home a peaceful home, your husband always comes home drunk and comes and beats you, use abusive words on you. No, I'm not saying that. When it gets to that stage, just sit quietly, don't talk to anyone, because God says you should be submissive. So you wouldn't talk to anyone, you just have to obey your husband. No. But just try and make your home a peaceful home. Sometimes it is we the wives that pushes our husbands out there. if you are able to make the home a joyous home, a peaceful home, some of these men wouldn't go into another woman's arms. They will still be with us. Let us protect him. Let him protect us. Let our husbands protect us. You said husbands are born warriors. Naturally, they are born warriors. Men are born warriors. In Chi, they say this. They are born warriors, naturally. So they need to protect us. And when they want to protect us, we should give them that opportunity to protect us. If you think you are rich, you have everything that will make a successful woman, you have everything to take care of issues around you, so you don't need your husband. No, you need him in terms of investment, in terms of decision, even in terms of career, choosing a career. You need him to protect you, because when it becomes tough, it is only our husbands that we will follow. So we really need to let them protect us in all situations. Let them feel that, oh, my wife is ready for me to protect her. Let them know that. Because of time frame, we wouldn't want to talk much. So I would want us to go to why we have to be submissive. Why? Why do we have to be submissive? Somebody say, oh, upon all what you said, okay, I understand. But why do we have to be submissive? We have to be submissive to give respect to our husband and get it back. Simple. Respect is reciprocal. If you want our husbands to respect us, we need to respect them. So if we respect them, they will respect us back. Simple as that. You don't expect to use abusive words on your husband. You don't expect to be rude to your husband, and you expect him to be nice towards you. You expect him to talk nicely to you. No, it doesn't happen that way. We need to respect them in all areas, everywhere, not only out there, not only in public, but as well as in the house, because even in the house we have our kids who are looking up to us. So if you respect your husbands out there, and when you come home you don't respect him, what training are you giving to your kids? We need to respect them. In being submissive, it means you respect your husband. If you do as he says, it means you are respecting him. If you make your home a joyous home, it means you are respecting him. If you serve him first, it means you are respecting him. If you allow him to protect you, it means you are respecting him. So we become submissive just because we want to be respected, because we want respect to have a fit or to have a seat in our marriages. Why do we have to be submissive? We have to be submissive because submissiveness brings peace to the home. It drives away meaningless fights and chaos, so that partners can flourish and grow together in a calm and positive home. The reason why we are being submissive is what? We want to drive away meaningless fights. If my husband starts an argument and I keep quiet and listen, I don't respond. I just listen. I give him my full attention for him to tell me whatever is bothering him, and I don't listen. It won't create any meaningless fight. It won't turn into a nasty fight. It won't bring any chaos at home. But rather, it will what? Help us to flourish and go together in a calm and positive home. That is it. So we just need to be submissive. That is why we urge everybody to be submissive. If you become submissive to your husbands, they also will become supportive and shower you with gifts. Somebody will say, since I got married to my husband, he has never bought me anything. But you too, when was the last time you bought your husband something? Don't let the man feel that you are in the marriage because of something. Don't let him feel that you are always demanding. I want a car, I want a phone, I want clothes, I want Brazilian hair, I want Peruvian hair, I want Mongolian hair, I want a new dress, I want a new shoe, I want a new bag. You are always demanding. But have you ever thought that he was also a human being and he also deserves something? Have you ever thought about that? When you are submissive to your husband, you are not so demanding. When you are submissive to your husband, you reason with him. You know his finances. You know that some things are not that important. You can forgo some things. You think about your needs, not your wants. When you do that, your husband becomes very supportive of you, very supportive, and shower you with what gifts. Mind you, submissiveness doesn't mean you are a slave. No. Doing the house chores doesn't mean you are a slave. Cooking for him, washing his clothes, doesn't mean you are a slave. Listening to him doesn't mean you are a slave. Letting him protect you doesn't mean you are a slave or you are weak. But it's just to create a peaceful environment for all of you. Just to make you also happy. Because when you have a peaceful home, you will also be happy. It is not only the husbands that will benefit from a peaceful home. Before I end, I would want to leave with this. I would want to leave you with this. Colossians chapter 3, verse 23 to 24. It says, whatever you do, do it what? Heartily, as to the Lord and not to men. Whatever you do, do it heartily, as to the Lord and not to men. Don't say that because the Bible says we should be submissive, that is why you are being submissive. Or because your in-laws will say you are not submissive, that is why you are trying to be submissive. No. Just do it heartily, as you do to the Lord and not to men. Know that from the Lord you will receive the reward of the inheritance, for you serve the Lord Christ. So your inheritance is not even on earth here. God is going to reward you when you obey his commandments, when you walk upright. And in marriage, these are some of the things that is causing so many divorces. We need to be submissive. Irrespective of your age, your physical appearance, your status, your academic height, you need to be submissive to your husband. But always bear in mind that be submissive with respect and reasoning, so that you will not be taken for granted. Thank you.